fresh in fans' minds where long delays because of rain left people watching and drivers angry. Verstappen openly criticized the race officials' careful approach at Belgium, saying the race should have started right away. According to the Dutch driver, a couple of safety car laps would have easily cleared the standing water, letting the race happen normally. Max was totally clear about what he thought. Start right away. It wasn't even raining that hard. Yes, there was water between turn 1 and turn 5, but a few laps behind the safety car would have fixed it. The rest of the track was ready to go. His honest opinion was clear. Fans were cheated out of a possibly amazing wet weather race. Hamilton agreed with this view, sharing frustrations over lost racing chances. Yet not everyone felt the same way. George Russell, leader of the racing drivers group, strongly supported the race officials' careful position, pointing out the extreme dangers of driving blind at over 200 mph, especially at Belgium's famously deadly Eau Rouge corner area. Russell said that waiting was absolutely the right choice, putting driver safety first above everything else. Ferrari's Leclerc and Belgium winner Oscar Piastri felt the same way too, understanding the real dangers that come with almost zero visibility conditions. At the end of the day, safety is always the most important thing. There's no question about it. But let's be honest, racing in the rain is part of Formula One's heart and soul. It's exactly what got fans excited in the 90s and early 2000s. Watching drivers slide through corners, pushing cars to their total limits in dangerous conditions. Rain brings chaos, surprises, and excitement. The things fans really want. It makes everyone equal, giving golden chances to teams lower in the standings, and shows the real skill and bravery of drivers. Formula One shouldn't run away from wet races. It's where legends are born, and it's exactly why millions fell in love with the sport in the first place. And this is exactly why Ferrari fans should be hoping for a bit of rain this weekend. When the sky opens up, the usual rules get thrown out the window. And suddenly teams like Ferrari are back in the fight. Lewis Hamilton, of course, does amazing when conditions get tricky. He's proven over and over again that rain brings out his genius behind the wheel. A wet track makes everyone equal, closing the speed gap to McLaren and Red Bull, and giving Ferrari a real shot at winning. But until Sunday comes, we're left crossing our fingers, hoping Mother Nature steps in to mix things up. Bring on race day. It's time to see who really has the guts to master the Hungary track. On the other hand, Verstappen's criticism did point out an undeniable problem with the race officials. While they're careful about track safety and driver behavior in certain situations, their decisions often seem inconsistent or too careful when it comes to rain conditions. Fans more and more feel Formula One is moving away from what it really is: bold, fearless racing under challenging conditions. Going back to Hungary, these weather situations set up yet another exciting chapter in this unpredictable 2025 season. With practice sessions going back to the classic way, 2 practices on Friday, 3rd practice and qualifying on Saturday, and the race planned for Sunday at 3 p.m. local time, fans can at least hope for clear and consistent scheduling, if not clear weather. As we get ready for this special 40th time at the Hungary track, teams and drivers face many questions. Will Hamilton's love for the track seem to beat the odds and car problems to get another historic win? Can Red Bull's latest improvements finally give Verstappen a competitive car that can challenge McLaren? Or will McLaren's strategic patience and technical skill keep them comfortably at the front? The pressure is high, the drama is guaranteed, and as the calendar races towards an unprecedented 26-race marathon next season, drivers and teams face growing pressure. It's a critical moment in the championship with every choice, every lap, and indeed every weather forecast having the power to change outcomes dramatically. In conclusion, the Hungarian Grand Prix, filled with history, drama, and surprises, promises yet another unforgettable weekend of racing action. Hamilton might still be the king of the Hungary track, but in Formula One, kings can always lose their crown. So buckle up, get ready for drama, and keep an umbrella nearby. This race weekend is about to give everything a fan could want. Let's see if the race officials can let the racers race, rain or shine. The Hungarian Grand Prix is coming up, and the Hungary racetrack has always been super special in Formula One racing. But no driver is as amazing at this track as Lewis Hamilton. With 8 wins, 9 first-place starts, 12 times on the winner's stage, and a huge 286 points earned, plus 487 laps where he was in first place, it's totally clear that Lewis Hamilton loves the Hungary track. But will that happen again this time? After an exciting weekend at the Belgium race, where Hamilton went from an almost impossible 18th place to an awesome 7th place, even though he started from the very back, he's definitely feeling good going into Hungary. The Belgium race was a weird one filled with confusing choices from the race officials that they called safety rules. Even though many people watching felt the delays were way too long, taking away real racing fun from fans. But while Hamilton will definitely try to break more records at Hungary, it looks like Ferrari is giving up early this year. The team from Italy has made it super clear they're done messing around with their SF25 car. The big improvements have stopped, and any hope of amazing changes is gone. Since Ferrari has struggled all season long, it's hard to see them fighting for much more than a few small points this weekend. Hamilton, on the other hand, is always dangerous. Though honestly, even his amazing track record here might not be enough because of how limited his current car is. Meanwhile, Red Bull's boss Marco has gotten people excited by confirming 2 important improvements planned for Belgium and Hungary. Even though Belgium's rainy conditions meant we didn't see the true power of those changes, Hungary could finally be the big show Marco was hoping for, as long as the weather doesn't mess things up. Verstappen himself has been pretty open about not being happy with the RB21 car this season, especially after our Friday practice sessions. It became kind of normal at Red Bull to make changes overnight. They desperately searched for those tiny speed improvements to keep up with McLaren's recent dominance. But even Marco is being careful. The Hungary track has never really been good for Red Bull, and the usually super hot temperatures along with the track's tricky layout create real problems. Still, Marco's excitement is mixed with being realistic. Hungary could be a bit harder for us because of how the track is built and the usually high temperatures, but we will have new parts on the car, and hopefully, they'll make things better. As we get closer to the race weekend, everyone is also watching McLaren, who've been getting attention with a new way of doing upgrades. Remember how at the British race they brought an updated floor, but chose to use it only in practice, trying to get exact information rather than immediate racing advantage. It's a way we might see other teams copy, though most competitors usually feel huge pressure to put new parts straight into racing action. But for McLaren, sitting comfortably in the championship with Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris always fighting for wins, there is room to be smart and strategic. Now, let's talk about the big problem nobody wants to mention, the crazy Hungarian weather. It's a yearly tradition that the Hungary track throws up surprises from burning hot waves to sudden heavy rain. This year seems to follow that same story. Friday practice sessions look like they'll be pretty boring with temperatures around 82 degrees and almost no chance of rain. Saturday is also like Friday's conditions, dry, warm, and pretty simple. But Sunday, well, that's a completely different story. As race day gets closer, weather predictions suggest we might be looking at afternoon rain showers, with current guesses showing a 35% chance of rain during the race itself. If that sounds kind of familiar, you're not wrong. Memories of Belgium's disaster are still